Humanity, I love you all with all my heart, with all my might. I'm so Ray. My videos are about love, infinity, creation, energy, because we're infinite love, infinite energy, infinite creation. This is who we are. This is our nature as a human species, who we are. So I'm making a few videos in a series of infinite virtual cycles. I have made a few already: Sun, Earth, human heart, and DNA key, parents, children, sperm, egg, sunlight, love. And now I'm making this one about love and life. You see these two beautiful, beautiful elements that come together as one: love and life. You see, love and life, this infinite virtual cycle as a result of these two duality principles that come together as one and lead to this infinite virtual cycle of creation. And that's why we have this phrase about loving life, love life, right? Because it's this: love is life. So you have to love life. See, it's our nature to love life. When you love life, life is great because we're loving, which is the highest energy of the human heart, which is what gives us life in the first place. Because the primordial instinct is the human heart. The human heart is a primordial instinct. That's what it is. Because it's an instinct to exist. This instinct to exist. And this instinct to exist is the human heartbeat. The pulse of life, the pulse of creation. It generates the electromagnetic field that surrounds the human body. And as a result, we exist. We're alive. Right? And the highest energy of creation of the heart is love. So you see, the very epicenter of our electromagnetic field is the human heart. That's why you call something the heart, right? The heart of something, the core of something, the middle of something, the center, the epicenter, the very heart, right? The center. And that's why our heart is called a heart, because it's the heart, right? It's the center, it's the epicenter, it's the middle, is the nucleus, eh? The very epicenter. And in mathematics and in physics, in reality, objective reality, truth, we call this the singularity. The singularity is the epicenter of the electromagnetic field of creation. So at the biological scale, the electromagnetic field is generated by the heart, which is the singularity, the pulse of life, the pulse of creation. And this contraction, retraction, right, generates a pulse, a signal. And this signal is a heartbeat. So this signal generates the electromagnetic field that surrounds the human body, spherical in nature. So we are light spherical energy. We're light spherical beings. This is who we are. This is our nature. Because we're the biological scale of infinity itself. And infinity is light spherical energy. The sun is light spherical energy. It's a ball of energy, right? And we happen to be in the proximity, in the orbit of the epicenter of the universe. Our sun is the central sun of creation. This is what our sun is the central sun of creation. And we are the species that inhabits the orbit, the proximity, the habitat. Our habitat is at the central sun of universes. We are an incredible species. We're the highest energy density that there is at the biological scale. As a species, we're amazing. Human race is incredible. If you're a human, you're an incredible being, because we have the human heart. And you see, because we're the image of the creator, is light spherical energy. We're the scale of creation at the biological scale of infinity itself, light spherical energy, the sun, the creator that created everything, the central sun of the universe that created everything. All the light came out of it. Okay, and what's the epicenter? Well, the epicenter is the singularity of what? The electromagnetic field of this sphere, which is the universe itself. The space structure of it is all the galaxies and everything that exists within it, right? And we're at the epicenter of that, where the energy release point is, where singularity is where all the singular points meet. The singular point where all points meet. And the surface of a sphere, in this case an electromagnetic field, is infinite tension, infinite energy. And each of these has an infinite number of points, coordinates, vectors, nodes, whatever you want to call them, singularities themselves, pulses, oscillations. And all these gravity, all these electrogravitics, right, all these meets at the epicenter. And it creates a perfect structure that it doesn't collapse. It's a perfect structure. And that structure is a sphere, this energetic sphere. And the universe is just one of an infinite number of universes. And we happen to inhabit this. and we're the epicenter of it. So you see, and we are the biological scale of that, and the biological scale is us. So what's our epicenter? The human heart, the pulse of life, the pulse of creation. The heart is the epicenter of the electromagnetic field that is generated as a result of the heartbeat. And what's that electromagnetic field? The surface on the sphere, all the points of creation of the singularity itself, which is us, the heart. So that is our consciousness, our thoughts, our memories, our organs, everything within us is contained with this energy field. And with the epicenter is us, and the space structure is a human body. You see, it's amazing. So all the points meet at this singular point, which is a singularity, which is a human heart. The heart generating that electromagnetic field in space. Because without the human heart, we wouldn't exist. Nothing would exist. There would be no life in the way of the human race. So we wouldn't know that there is anything at all. Anything out there, we wouldn't know that there is a sun, that we wouldn't know that there is a universe. We wouldn't know that there is galaxies. We wouldn't know anything, that there are galaxies, that there are central suns, that there nothing, because we wouldn't exist. Because the human heart is our epicenter, is our singularity. The biological singularity is the human heart that generates everything, so we can be conscious, aware, self-aware, intelligent, sentient. You see, have feelings, emotions, and all that. Exist, memories, our DNA, who we are, an incredible species. But you see, it's all because of the human heart. This pulse of life, this pulse of creation, generating that electromagnetic field, this ball of energy that we are, light spherical beings, who we are as a species. And at the very epicenter is the heart, commanding everything. Okay? So if you understand this, then you understand that because the universe releases energy through the singularity of the epicenter of the universe, which happens to be our sun, central sun, the first sun, the son of sun, sun. Our sun, sun. So what is this? Well, what's the hottest point, the brightest point, the most energetically dense point, the highest vibration, the highest energy at the epicenter of the epicenter, which is the singularity? That's the brightest point, right, of the sun, where all the energy comes out of. The light comes out of it, photons come out of it, elements come out of it, hydrogen, helium, right? And that is a principle of creation, duality principles, right? Electromagnetism, the field, and the singularity as one. You see, the electromagnetic field and the singularity. Infinity and the singularity. All these are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So because it's all duality, right? It's all our reality is dual. We have two eyes, two hands, two legs, two ears, two nostrils, two lips, two eyebrows. You know, it comes in that the brain has two lobes, the tongue has two sections. Everything is dual. Everything is dual in nature, and we're the representation of that at the biological scale. You see, it's just the way it is. Even the heart has two hemispheres, two lobes. You see, everything, because it's that polarity, it's a charge. You see, it's everything, the duality that needs to come together as one and create singularity that leads to infinity. Because the singularity is infinite energy, because it's an infinite number of points meeting at the singular point. And that creates that vortex, that epicenter that releases all the energy from this electromagnetic field, this energy, right? It's incredible. So if we understand this notion, then we know that the highest energy of the universe that releases is from the hottest point, from the brightest point of the star, in this case our sun, the central sun, the first sun, sun, the son of suns, sun, our sun. So because of that, then the same applies at all scales of creation. And we're the biological expression of this scale. Biological scale, or DNA. It's the biology of infinity. So what is the brightest point? What is the highest vibration? What is the hottest? What is the most powerful point, the highest energy density point of the heart, which is the epicenter of creation that generates the electromagnetic field that creates us in the first place? Love. Love is the highest energy. You see, and love is the energy of creation. That's why love leads to life. Love and life, which is this infinite virtuous cycle that I'm talking to about right now, is these two duality principles, love and life, together as one. And we could say love life, right? We love life, loving life. Life is to be loved. right? Life is to be loved because a loving life is a beautiful life. It's the most beautiful life, right? It's a pure. The purest forms of life is those lives that are loving. If you love life, then you're gonna be an incredible human being because your life will be incredible because it's all about love. And that's the reason why we're here in the first place. We're here to love. Why? Because it's the highest energy of creation. And we are the biological expression of creation. This is who we are. So we need to love. It's the highest energy of creation. So I want to talk about this infinite virtuous cycle then of love and life. Because love leads to life. Because love is the highest energy of the human heart that gives us life in the first place. So love is life. You see, love is the highest energy. And life is the result of that. Our consciousness, our self-awareness, our intelligence, our coherence, our ability to know, to have sensory perception, to understand reality for what it is. This beautiful, beautiful, beautiful creation that is reality. Because reality, everything that is outside the biological, which is us, is a non-biological, which is another infinite virtuous cycle. Biology, biological, and non-biological. So we can see, you see, the duality principle, so we can see each other and understand that we are the same, but at the biological scale of everything that there is. And everything that there is infinite in nature. And the way we express it biologically is through the DNA. And the way the DNA maps it out is through the heart. And the highest energy of the heart is love. Because heart is the epicenter of the electromagnetic field because it generates the pulse of life, the pulse of creation. The primordial instinct is to love. To live. And this to live is to be alive. Life is to be living is life. If you're alive, you will have life, right? To live is to have life. Lifing. To live is to have life, right? It's this beautiful duality principle again, life and living. Living life. So you see you're living. A living organism, right? Biology. We're alive. We exist. We're biology. And our biology form, our organism, because of the DNA, it's conscious and self-aware. It's very intelligent. It's sentient. We have emotions, we have feelings, we have senses. Because this is our nature. We have the ability to think and be smart, right? And our nature is what? Our instincts. And our instinct to love is the most important instinct because it's the instinct that generates the highest energy of creation at the epicenter of the heart. And because we have this, and the epicenter of the heart is the highest energy release point, just like the singularity of the universe, then love is the highest energy. So when you love, and you know what love is because we have all sorts of signaling. Follow your heart, signs and signals, you're conscious, you're self-aware. You know what love is because you know what it feels like. Nothing else feels like love. Love is the highest energy of creation. Because it's the highest energy release point of the human heart that created us in the first place. So love is the highest energy that there is. There's nothing higher than love. Love is the most beautiful thing because when you love, you are living life at its fullest. Its fullest. Because love is the highest energy. It's the highest energy. So love and life, you see, they come together. When you love life, life is beautiful as a result. You have a loving life because everything in your life is about love. Loving. You love because it's the highest energy that is generated with the human heart. And our whole notion to be here is to come to terms with this notion. We have to come to terms with this notion of infinity, this notion of our infinite nature as being the singularity, the biological singularity, the human heartbeat, the pulse of life, the pulse of creation that allows us to love, which is the highest energy that our heart can create. And by creating that, we feel great. We feel amazing. Love is this energy that allows us to feel great. And the way we perceive this energy is by the way of our senses, by the way of our feelings, because we're sentient, by the way of our emotions. Because we're conscious and self-aware that we feel and we have emotions. And the most powerful energy is the energy of love because it's the energy of creation. It created us in the first place. It's the highest energy of the human heart. So you see, and by understanding this nature, by understanding who we are as a species, right, then we have this innate ability, our instinct kicks in, which is to love. And not only to love ourselves, but to love everything that we do, our creations, biological creations and non-biological creations. meaning our offsprings, our children, biological creations. And we make love, right? To make children, to have children, to create them. And then what's our instinct? Well, our instinct is to love our children. And then what else do we do? Well, we love ourselves. And by loving ourselves, we feel great. This all sort of signaling and signing that happens, all these neurotransmitters, hormones, pheromones start to kick in all over the body. So the body feels great. It's called homeostasis. It's in biology. You see, it's the synergistics and biology of homeostasis. This beautiful state is the optimal state, is the coherent state, is the fullest potential of the body. When the human mind, when the human body, when the consciousness and self-awareness of us, our true self, our identity as compass and sundials, loves, then that's what you're here to do. That's our purpose. We're here to love because it's the highest energy of creation. We are creation ourselves. We are creators as creation because creation creates creators and creators create creations. It's an infinite virtuous cycle. So then again, because we were created by the human heart, our biological creator, right? Then what does that do? Well, it's signaling us. You need to feel good. It's a feeling, right? Heartful flow states. And what's the highest energy of the heart? Love. Because it's the energy of creation. It created us in the first place. So love is this highest energy that we have access to consciously. And this is purposeful energy. Love is purposeful energy. Once you understand your instincts and you know what love is and you identify it for what it is, which is the highest energy of creation that makes us all feel great. It makes us feel amazing, right? Love makes everyone feel great. That's when you're in love, you feel the way you do because it's this incredible feeling. Your body is just secreting all these hormones. It's releasing all these neurotransmitters, all these pheromones, everything that creates this homeostatic state, this symbiotically synergistic homeostasis that happens as a result of it. And we call it well-being. We call it wellness. We call it health. You see, a full body health, full health, right? We feel great. We feel great, right? And we want to create, we want to go out, we want to laugh, we want to smile, we want to do all the beautiful things that are essentially that is the result of love, the highest energy of creation. So you see, it's this infinite virtuous cycle of love and life. Love life. You gotta love life. Because when you love life, life is great. And everything happens as a result of loving life. Because when you love life, you follow your heart, your signs and signals, our creator. The biological creator is the human heart. Okay? So because we create with the love of our hearts, because everything is that, just like the central sun of the universe that happens to be right there, in our periphery, because we're the epicenter of everything in the universe, and we happen to be the species that inhabits that habitat, right? The central sun. And that's why our energy density is so high. That's why we are light spherical beings. That's why we light spherical energy, because we are the closest proximity, biologically speaking, to the central sun, that is conscious and self-aware. Energy of infinity, because we are biological and we are conscious and self-aware, and we can see what's non-biological and see the difference for what that is and for what we are, and understand that that is infinity that creates everything and led to our creation in the first place. And by us realizing that we are just the image of it at the biological scale, by knowing that we are infinite ourselves because of our culture, who we are, our heritage and legacy, our species, the most ancient species, because we're the oldest species, because we are the epicenter of creation. You see, the universe was created by the singularity that formed as a result of the electromagnetic field of the universe that came together in this creation, right? And this creation, right, which is the infinite energy of creation and the electromagnetic field of the universe that meets that singularity point, is one of the infinite number of universes that comes from this singularity, which is infinity itself, which is the feedback loop of all the creations contained within infinity, an infinite number of infinities, an infinite number of eternities that all come together as one. And this energy is conscious and self-aware, because it's essentially a feedback loop that is been signaling through that infinity to all the infinities, all the universes, all the central suns, all the points on the tension on the surface of the sphere of the electromagnetic field of infinity itself. And that singularity of infinity is creating an infinite number of universes by filling the space and vacuum structures of everything that there is. And the reason why we know this is because we're biological, we're consciousness and self-awareness, we're intelligent, we can see and observe with our senses what that is, the non-biological. The energy of the sun and everything else that is formed and an infinite number of cycles of energy. And we're the biological expression of that. So because we have evolved into that, so we can comprehend it, because we see it through our own senses, which is the information contained within our DNA structure. Because our DNA structure is infinite in nature, because we're in the closest proximity of the central sun, which is the energy of infinity itself, being released into the cosmos, all right, in the way of a central sun. And because our biology evolved in the proximity of the central sun, the closest proximity that it can be, we became the consciousness and self-awareness at the biological scale of infinity itself. So this is what our species is. And our instincts are clear, because infinity is consciousness and self-awareness, is love, and we are the biological expression of that. And because we are it, and once we come to terms with that, our identity and true self, we know who we are, light spherical beings, we're the human race, compass and sundial. This is who we are. We're infinite eternal creators, we're co-creators of infinite eternities. And by being this, by coming to terms with this reality, then we become conscious of our nature, and we realize that we're infinite in nature, we're infinite energy ourselves, and our DNA is just the mechanism for us to exist as infinity at the biological scale. So, and what's the highest energy? Well, follow our instincts, our heart, which gives us life in the first place because of the heartbeat, the primordial instinct, the instinct to exist. This instinct to exist is the human heartbeat that generates the electromagnetic field so we can have a space structure density that allows us to be, which is our body, our senses, our consciousness, self-awareness, everything. All the infinite number of points on the tension on the surface of the electromagnetic field of us, which is feeding back to the singularity, which is the human heart. So if you want to think of it in non-mathematical terms, biological terms that we can observe, objective reality, no, mathematics is still objective reality, but if you wanted to quantify it into matter, mass, so we see it and observe it, solidify it, it's us. We are the space structure of our electromagnetic field. And we have consciousness and self-awareness. You see, and the highest energy, follow our heart, our instincts. It's love, it's the highest energy. And we know it's love because it's what makes us feel the greatest. Love is the energy that makes us feel the greatest. It's this emotion, which is energetic in nature because we all pure energy. So it's this infinite energy of creation, love. You see, because it's the energy of infinite self-awareness and infinite consciousness that is decoded from our DNA structure that created the heart in the first place. So we can exist. So you see, by becoming conscious of our nature, then all our systems kick in and we feel great. Love is life. Love and life, this infinite virtuous cycle, because love leads to life, because it's the highest energy of the human heart. So we are alive as a result, and we feel alive. When you love, you really feel alive, because your senses get enhanced, you get heightened, you get attuned to this new level of existence, which is vibrating at the highest energy that the human heart can generate, which is the love of our hearts, the highest energy. And by loving with the love of our hearts, then we feel the greatest that we can feel. We can create the most beautiful things because we're tapping into infinity itself at the biological scale and creating the most wonderful things, you see. We love ourselves so we can look after ourselves. We love others so we can look after others. And as a result, we have these harmonious relationships between humans that love each other. And the best example is parent-children, right? The parents-children relationship, this infinite virtuous cycle, because you love your children if you have children. But if you don't have children, then you are children of someone else. If you're only one person, a child, you're a child of someone else. You came from parents. Whether you know them or not, that matters not. It's the principle that matters, our nature. So you see, and that's where we understand in the early stages of development as a species, when we're little, when we're new in the world, as we know, planet Earth, the Republic of planet Earth, when we're just little, is when we start to understand our instincts. And we see it in everything that is surrounding us. And our parents are always around us. So our parents love us because it's their instinct. And by being loved by our parents, then we understand what love is. because of the way we feel as a result of it. And our instinct is to love, so we do the same. Is reciprocity. You see, it's a feedback loop. Reciprocity is a feedback loop. Everything is a feedback loop. So reciprocity is one of them beautiful feedback loops. Why? Because you give back what you get in return. So you see, it's this pulse. So if you are loved, then you learn what love is, and then you do it because it's an instinct. You see, because it feels good. It feels great. That's why it's an instinct, because it's the highest energy state that we can reach as a species. It's an incredible thing. Love is the most incredible thing. So love is the highest energy of the human heart, and it's an instinct. So once we learn it, we know what love is because of what it makes us feel like and what it allows us to do, because we're the biology of infinity ourselves, and the highest energy of biology is love. So when we love, then we create the most beautiful lives. Our lives become incredible as a species, as individuals, living our own personal lives, our own stories within the bigger context of humanity. So we love life. You see, it's all about learning this idea of loving life. You need to learn how to love life, because once you understand that loving life is the key, then everything unlocks, because it's the highest energy of creation, and you're in sync with infinity itself. By loving, you're attracting the highest energy, because remember, when you give love, you get love back. It's just this infinite feedback. It's energy, it's electromagnetism. Love is energy, spherical energy. It's an energy because why is it spherical? Think about it. Our electromagnetic field is spherical. So when you love, which is the epicenter, that energy goes out, and when it leaves our electromagnetic field, what is it living? It is living a sphere, because our electromagnetic field is spherical in nature. So when you love, the energy that comes out of the heart and the creation that leaves the electromagnetic field is spherical in nature. So love is a spherical energy that moves around, and it's a binder. It binds. It binds us to people, to situations, to things, and then we have a lot of meaning in our lives, because it's just this infinite energy that we're generating from our epicenter, love itself, which is generating the most beautiful energy, because love is the highest energy of creation. So you see, because everything is spherical, when you love, you're generating this infinite energy, output of energy, and it's love, spherical energy is love, and it moves like this. It radiates from you, from your heart, into infinity, and it feeds back into everything, because its infinite energy is the biology of infinity. Everything in its proximity gets the love out of it. It gets the energy of love. So that's why we have receptors, right? Our little signaling. We have systems, receivers and senders. Senders and receivers, receptors, right? We send and receive signaling, and this signaling is energy, and the way we experience it is through emotions, right? Because love is an emotion in the end. It's everything, but the way we feel, because we're all energy, it's an emotional, potent emotion. It's the most potent, right? The most powerful, because then we feel it, and that's how others sense it, right? Because you sense love when it's in the air, right? When someone is being loving to you, you feel that immediately. You feel the electromagnetic field of that person. You feel the love coming out of that person. That's why our children immediately gravitate toward us when we're loving, because they can feel the love coming out of you, because they feel it, they sense it, and this is all hormones, neurotransmitters, and pheromones. That's the way we communicate biochemically. You see, it's through that. But love is intentional. It's purposeful love. It's energy from the love of the heart. You see, it's the highest energy of creation, and we just go with it. And we create the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful things. Life forms like our children, by making love and then raising them so they themselves develop into incredible beings, incredible adults, that they themselves have the instinct not only to love, but to create with the energy of love. Because love is as the binding mechanism. So you use that to create. Because love is the highest energy. So love life, right? Because why do we love? So we can exist. We're alive. So we love life. And that's what life is. A purposeful life is a life full of love, a loving life. Love is the highest energy of creation, purposeful love. So when life is about purpose, and purpose is about love. Why? Because it's the things that we want to do with our hearts. Follow our hearts, the signs and signals. Our purpose is our choice, is what gives us meaning. And meaning in the highest of forms is love. So if you understand this concept, then you understand that life is about loving. Life, everything, life, we are here to love. That's what we are here to do, to love. Because it's the highest state that we can have as a species. And when we love with all our hearts and all our mights, then we create the most beautiful things. Because remember, the epicenter of the central sun, the singularity, releases energy, light, that creates everything, right? Elements, hydrogen, helium, all that, photons. And the same applies to our scale of creation as infinite biology, because we're in the proximity of the central sun. That's why we're spherical energy in the first place, light spherical beings, because of our electromagnetic field that designs the space structure around us. So because of it, right, because of it, our nature as a biological form, because of the DNA, is to love life. Because with consciousness and self-awareness, we exist, you see, with this form. And once you start to love, then everything is love. Because love is signs and signals from the heart. The heart that signals everything, the whole body, the pulse of life, the pulse of creation. The reason why we exist, we're alive because of the heart. And being alive is life. Life is that. Love is life. You see, it's the highest energy. So when we love, then we feel great. And what do we want to do? Well, our instinct is to love because we want to feel great. Because when we feel great, we are high energy. You see, we do things that are good for us. And we follow our instincts and we do the things that we love because it makes us feel great. And what are the things that we love? Well, we choose those things as we develop in life, right? We develop with our memories, with our experiences, with the events in our lives, with our upbringing, with the 10 dimensions that at the epicenter is our true self, our identity. Because just like the sun creates these elements, we ourselves create elements. And we have primary elements. And we create that with the energy of love, the highest energy of creation. And these elements are identity and true self, purpose, time and energy, action, why, how, flow, true north, and destination. These are our primary elements. We create these as the building blocks of life in the way of our consciousness and self-awareness, because we're compass. We're spherical energy. We're spherical compass of infinite energy. This is who we are. And because of our biology, we're sundials as well. So when we stare at the sun and sync with the sun, because he created us in the first place, and the energy of the sun comes straight into our eyes and supercharges our DNA structure. So we can love. And when these two energies meet, this infinite virtual cycle of sunlight and love, the two highest energy, the one coming outside the body, the non-biological energy of creation itself coming into our eyes, and then love is the highest energy that we can create from within. See, it's outside and within. And the highest energy within is heart energy, love energy. So when love and sunlight meet, we create the most beautiful things as sundials, as our cities, our nature, because we're compass. And we use these as the elements to create. Because once we know who we are with love, identity, and true self, why do you know who you are? Because you love the things that you do. That's who you are. Your identity and true self is what you do. It's the things that you love. Follow your heart, signs and signals. So your heart is telling you, I love this. I love this food. I love playing sports. I love watching games. I love playing Tetris. I love this and I love that. I love this and I love that. I love reading. I love, exercising. I love sewing. I love learning. You see, I love singing. I love making things. I love building. You see, it's all about that. And that becomes you. You become those actions. You see, you become your actions. Because our actions define us, because we have free will, because we're consciousness and self-awareness, we're intelligence. We choose with our free will because we have a heart that gives us life and an intelligence and a sentience to know the difference and choose by learning, because we explore the non-biological world and the biological world together, and we see the difference of what it is, and we learn, and then we choose what we want in our lives, because love is that. Love is that. Love is this creating energy, the spherical energy of creation. And this energy that is love, that binds everything and creates everything, is what guides us to do what? To find ourselves. Because you know who you are, because you feel great about it, and you know that this is who you are. Everything in your life led to the moment when you find yourselves. This is our destiny as a species, to find ourselves, because it's the primordial instinct of love that guides us, that creates us. So we find ourselves, our true self, our identity, knowing that we are infinite love and we're here to love ourselves and everything that we do. So, and that's our identity and true self. And what are we? Well, we are our actions. And what are our actions? Well, they're conscious actions, because we're conscious and self-aware. So it's the choices that we make, our agency, our free will. And those are called purpose. So purpose is that. Purpose is the conscious choices that we make that gives us meaning in life. So we advance our agendas here and now with our identity and true self guiding us, because it's the energy of the heart, the flow of the heart for flow states. Follow your heart, signs and signals. You do the things that you love. And the things that you do, that's your purpose. That's your purposefully engaged, is purposeful love. You're engaged in the energy of creation. You see, your life is that you love life. And your purpose is that purposeful love. Is creating beautiful things that you love because they make you feel great. So you're healthy. So you have well-being, you have wellness. You see, you have a wonderful life, a wonderful experience. You love life. You're living life. When you live life is when you love life, because that's when you live life at the fullest. Because everything is about love and creation. So that's what purpose is. Purpose is that. I love making these videos. That's why I make them. Because they make me feel great. And when I feel great, I can perform better. So I can make the best videos that I can, so I can share the message with you. The message of love, the creation of energy, because we're infinite love, infinite energy, infinite creation. This is who we are as a species, you see? So purpose is this. Purpose is this. Purpose is love. So you love with your purpose. And you love the things that you do. And that leads to what? Well, understanding that, we exist. We are alive. We are life form. So love life. So part of loving life is understanding that we're energy, and that there is the perceptions through our senses of that we call time, which is how we experience day to day, from sunrise to sunrise. Because the sun never sets in the Republic of Planet Earth. It never does. It never does. It created us in the first place. So you see, day in, day out, we love. We love life. So what is the meaning of this? Well, the meaning of this is that we learn how to manage our time and energy, so we can be more efficient, more productive with our love, with our activities, with our purpose. Purposeful daily action. Because that's time and energy is the third primary element of compass, who we are. You see? So we start to understand how we go about our days and manage our energy and our love to create and keep having our purpose. And then when you understand the management of time and energy, then that leads to action. Because now you're taking action with your time and your energy. And what action is that? Purposeful daily action. So you make your dreams come true. You make your purpose come true. You manifest your free will. You manifest your purpose. You manifest your dreams. By taking purposeful daily action, because your consciousness and self-awareness is creating it. Because this is who we are as a species. You see? This is precisely who we are. You see how love creates these primary elements. So we first know who we are. So then we can love what we do, which is our purpose. And then we manage our time and energy accordingly, so we can be efficient and productive about the way we go about our lives, because we love life. And by loving life, which is our instinct, this infinite virtuous cycle, then we can take the actions that are required of us, because we follow our hearts, signs and signals. You see? And this leads to infinity. This is just an infinite cycle that leads to the fifth primary element, which is why how. Because why how is the mechanism to manifest infinity. Because why how is this mechanism that we have created. Is a technology. It's a technology. And this technology, why how, is essentially the mechanism for the brain. The brain communicates in the way of code. Encodes, decodes. But what is it encoding and decoding? Well, it's encoding and decoding language. Language, right? The way we communicate, right, in society. And the way we learn and we interpret meaning in the way of language, right? There's an infinite number of languages, right? Symbolism. All the symbols that we give meaning to, those are languages. So essentially, why how is the key to infinity, because y is infinity itself. You ask y enough time and you get to infinity, right? It has no end because it's infinity itself. It's the root cause of everything. It's the reason, it's the because. It's everything. Okay, and how is the way you go about it, is the action, is how you enable and ignite infinity. So why, how is infinity itself, is the polarity. You see, why and how is infinite virtuous cycle leading to infinity itself, which is creation itself, which is us, and we interpret it and make meaning of it with our consciousness and self-awareness because we're intelligent with our languages that we use in our minds. So you see, when we take action, then we use why, how as a mechanism to make sure that we recalibrate our compass. We always on true north. We always flowing. We always making the right choices because we always listen to our heart, to our epicenter. Love, love, life. And we keep on doing, and we refine and fine-tune ourselves, and our lives become gorgeous lives. Incredible lives, right? Amazing lives. Because that's just the way it is. So, and then what do you understand this mechanism? Then the sixth primary element is developed. It forms. And that is flow. It's hard for flow states. Once you understand why, how, and action, purposeful daily action, time and energy management, purpose and identity and true self, they all come together into a heartful flow state because we are taking action every day. We're loving ourselves. We love life. We love what we do. And by loving what we do, then that's flow. Heartful flow states. You see, it's this infinite energy because we're flowing with everything. We're flowing through our days. We're flowing through our days in the best of ways because we're feeling great. You see homeostasis, symbiosis, synergy. Everything happening as one. It's this beautiful, beautiful symphony, this harmonious state of existence, which is the love of life. Love and life. Love life. You see, love life. You gotta love life. Love life. It's these two elements coming into this infinite virtuous cycle that creates infinity itself in our lives. And we manifest it with our consciousness and self-awareness in the way of our purpose. Our free will, we manifest our purpose, we manifest our dreams. Our dreams come true. So once you're flowing, then you're on true north, which is the seventh primary element that we all have, that we create with our consciousness and self-awareness, which is this beautiful primary element, which is essentially staying on the path, the way, the journey, the stage of life, the theater of life, right? Staying the course. Doing what we're supposed to, right? The signs and signals of the heart, doing the things that we have to do day in, day out, our way, because it makes us feel good. The way of the heart, love, loving life, heartful flow state. So we keep on moving, keep on taking action every day, and keep on loving, keep on creating, keep on doing the most wonderful and incredible things. And that leads us to the eighth primary element, which is the crystallization of everything, is destination. As our compasses is directional in nature. Our dreams, you see, our purpose becomes true. They come true. Our purpose, our dreams, they all happen. They get manifested because of our free will, because of our agency, our consciousness and self-awareness, our intelligence. And that's what destination is. Destination is that. It's an infinite number of destinations, right? Of vectors, of coordinates, choices, locations that we choose. Dreams that come true. And we do that with the energy of the love of the heart. Love life. Love life, this infinite cycle of creation, loving life to infinity. And that's what leads us to who we are, understanding our nature of all these infinite virtual cycles, compass and sundial. Love life, everything, sun, earth, the human heart, DNA key, parents, children, sperm, egg, sunlight, love, biological, non-biological, why, how, and like that, heritage, legacy. You see, all these beautiful infinite creations that we do, because this is our nature, this is who we are, and there is an electrogravitics and telemetry. There is an singularity and infinity. There is an infinite number of infinite virtuous cycles, because infinity is precisely that. Infinity is infinite in nature. Everything that is infinite, it's eternal, it's endless, it's boundless, it's limitless, it's forever. That's what infinity is. And infinity is precisely that, an spherical energy that is conscious and self-aware and loves because it's the highest energy of creation at any scale of creation. And we happen to be the biology of it. This is who we happen to be, the biology of infinity. So we can create to infinity ourselves because this is our nature, you see. So this is this video about this infinite virtual cycle of love and life together, loving life, love life as one. And when they come together, we create the most wonderful things, our lives, the most beautiful lives, the heritage, legacy of our lives becomes amazing, becomes incredible, because this is our nature. This is who we are as a species. This is our nature. This is who we are. Humanity, I love you all with all my heart, with all my mind. I really do. So we are the Republic of Planet Earth. This is precisely who we are, with the citizenry of the Republic of Planet Earth, with the Republic of Planet Earth Constitution. All of us are infinite freedoms. Please read your Constitution. Understand who you are. You see, we're identity and true self. We're purpose. We're time and energy. We're action. We're why, how. We're flow. We're true north and destination. This is who we are. We're the highest energy of creation. We're compass. We're the biological expression of infinity. We're the defenders of the Republic of Planet Earth. We're the leaders of the Republic of Planet Earth. If you're a human, you have a heart. If you have a heart, you have a heartbeat, which means that you're alive, which means that you can create the highest energy of creation, which is love. Because the purpose of life is a life of purpose. We live to love and we love to live. This is what we're here for. Meaningful lives, happy lives, purposeful lives. That's what we're here for, to create the most beautiful things with our consciousness, with our self-awareness, because we're a benevolent species. This is who we are. We're a heart-based species, a love-based species, a heartful species, a good species. Our instincts are clear. We live to love and we love to live. Love life, infinite energy of creation. So I'm going to read a few things, and that will be this video. Remember, infinite virtuous cycle of creation. Love life. Okay. Nature. Telemetry, electrogravitics. Vision drives the mission. We're proud creators. There's pride in being human, who we are as a species. Republic of Planet Earth. Us. All the things that we do, the singularity, the biological singularity, and all the singularities in existence. Energy is creation and creation is life. Love is creation. We love our creations. Love comes from the heart, and the heart gives us life. Life is creation and creation is energy, and love is the energy of creation. Love with all your heart and all your might. Maturity leads to humility, understanding this fundamental principle of existence. Love is energy, love is life. Love is life, life and love, they come from the same place, the human heart. Life is creation and creation is energy. Love is the energy of creation. That's our story of humanity. And each of us are living our own story. Love life. Love is infinity. Virtuous cycle of compass and sundials, who we are. We live to love and we love to live. We're co-creators of infinite eternities. This is who we are. This is our nature. We're sentient. We love. We're emotions and feelings. Love is evolution. When we love, we evolve. No fear. Infinite love. Follow your heart. Signs and signals. Go for gold and diamonds. Do it all in, here and now. Why, how is the mechanism to manifest infinity? Why, how makes infinity come true through action? Our free will. We manifest it with our purposeful daily action. Sundials. Open our hearts, open our eyes, open our minds, and stare at the sun. Open the portal, build the bridge. We are the biological scale of infinity. We are the creator. We are infinity. We are the singularity. We are everything that exists. We are eternity. And the biological scale of that. This is who we are. This is what our DNA structure is. We are the human DNA, we're body, we're organs, we're glands, we're infinity. Love is the highest energy of creation, and we are the biological expression of that. We're the highest energy of creation. We are the human heart. Infinite eternal biology, evolution, singularities of all organs and glands. Resonance, we are energy from the sun, self-awareness, consciousness, love, infinite love. Love is the highest energy of creation. Love is the flow of infinity. Okay, these infinite virtual cycles of sun and earth, purposeful goals. The human heart is the DNA key. Okay, parents and children, so we learn how to love, this infinite virtual cycle. Sperm and egg, so we are created. Sunlight and love, the two highest energy, the energy from the central sun coming outside of us, and love, the highest energy from within. They come together into this infinite virtual cycle so we can create what we do, our beautiful lives, humanity, our existence, our planet, the Republic of Planet Earth. Love and life, love life. these infinite virtual cycles, biology and non-biology, coming together as one and understanding what it is, everything that exists, why and how, together as one, who we are, the human species. Humanity, I love you all with all my heart, with all my might.